Hi guys, it's Kayla and thank you so much for joining me for another journal with me. Today we are using the Hecksplorer Floral Fantasy kit designed by my amazing crafty friend Kendra. First thing I want to say though is that ignore the fact that mine are double-sided printed. So for some reason my printer decided it was going to print everything double-sided, and rather than waste the paper that it had already printed, I was just going to roll with it and make the best, do the best I could with it. So if you buy these kits, they will likely not print double-sided. Don't let that put you off, because these kits are super amazing. They come with 4 pages of really great journaling and planning goodies. I usually freehand in my bullet journal, which I use for daily and weekly planning, but I've been using the Floral Fantasy planning elements in my bullet journal and I love it. It adds a little bit of colour and a little bit of fun. If you want to see how I did my bullet journal layout using this kit, check me out on Instagram. My Instagram handle is kaylamade_nz. But yes, I have been hoarding these kits. I've been buying them for months and I've been too busy to play with them. So I was really excited to actually get some time to have a play, and they're just fantastic. These kits are really great if you're wanting some sort of easy journaling elements, if you're feeling uninspired or unmotivated, or you just need a kickstart to get you into that creative mood. These are so fantastic. All of the colours tie in together in each kit. You've got a whole bunch of different elements to play with, and they're I love them. I really love them. Kendra's website will be linked down below, as well as her Instagram. Go give her a visit, give her a click, say hi. She's super lovely and super dedicated to what she does, and I just think we need to encourage small Kiwi businesses that are trying to do crafty things like this, because there's not enough of us out there. So someone asked me if I prep my pages with gesso or any paint. I don't in this journal, so this journal is mostly for sort of cutting and pasting things. If I was going to be using paints, I would use a mixed media journal or mixed media paper. My last journal was a mixed media journal and it was fantastic for paints, but I'm just not feeling the love for paints at the moment, so this is just a plain sort of computer paper journal, which is working really well for just cutting and pasting things out. Somebody else also asked me if I write in these journal spreads or if the arty part is just the layout. And yep, I absolutely do write in them, but I don't film it, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So one of the reasons is that I like to do sort of appreciation spreads for people that I'm really feeling the love for. And out of respect of their privacy, they may not want the photo on Instagram, or they may not want personal details written about them on the internet, so I don't tend to post those. I also tend to do emotional or exploratory journaling in this journal. This journal's quite largely used for what I'm feeling or thinking, or exploring sort of why I'm feeling a certain way or what's caused me to feel like that. I don't use this as a daily diary. I have a daily diary that I write in every night. But I will sometimes journal if I have like a spread on an event, or if we've gone somewhere and done something. I might sort of journal with that on camera because it's not quite so personal. So that's a thing as well. And the other reason I don't tend to journal on camera is because it takes me flipping ages. I'm a slow writer and I have messy handwriting, so it usually takes me quite a while to journal a page. I also tend to watch YouTube when I'm journaling, and that's just because I'm a writer by training, so I tend to overanalyze and sort of think about the best way to say things, and I prefer to journal off the cuff or write down the first thing that comes to mind, just because I feel like that's sort of the most honest way to put things. Otherwise I'm going to be sitting there trying to think of the most eloquent way to write something, and it's going to take me forever. And I mean, it takes me forever anyway, but I just quite like to be a little bit distracted when I'm journaling. I like to be talking to my husband or watching YouTube or whatever, and it just means that I tend to get the most sort of honest, bare version of what I'm trying to say. But I do tend to share some of my finished spreads on Instagram if A, the person that I've journaled about doesn't mind me sharing it, and B, if it's shareable, so if it's not terribly personal or too private, I'm more than happy to share that on Instagram. I probably won't film them because, again, it does just take me a really long time, and nobody really wants to sit there for half an hour and watch me write. So my Instagram is predominantly before the pen pages, but yes, no, I absolutely do write in these after I've laid them out. So yes, I am packing everything up. You'll see that I'm about to get some of it back out again because I decided that my page wasn't finished. And that's why I tend to use glue and a glue eraser, because I like the fact you can kind of peel it up and reposition things. The glue stick in particular that I'm using is an old one, and it's a cheap one. So I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I find it's great because it doesn't stick super well to start with, which means it's really easy to peel stuff up. And that's where my glue eraser comes in. So a glue eraser works the same way like a pencil eraser does. It picks up the bits and pieces that you don't want on the page, it gums them together, and you can just brush it off like you would sort of eraser shavings. So I love my glue eraser. I find my glue eraser super useful. Don't know how I survived without one. I suppose I just used double-sided tape before I had one. So yes, that is the finished journal page. I will go and write in this, and if Kendra doesn't mind, I will share it on Instagram. But yes, check me out on Instagram, the link's down below, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.